He made his major league debut Saturday, picked up 2 hits. He came in for Lindor on Sunday after Lindor left the game. And obviously, this is someone that was highly touted when he first came over from the Texas Rangers from Max Scherzer. He performed well in Double A Binghamton, with his couple months there. And obviously, he's been in Triple A Syracuse this year, has had his moments. He's had good stretches. Sometimes he kind of falls into a lull. Uh, but he's up with the big club now. Uh, Picked up 2 hits on Saturday. Took an 0 for yesterday, but a lot of people did yesterday. So Um, anyway, just what have you seen from Acuna? We know he can play a little bit, a couple different positions, all up the middle. Actually, center field, second base, shortstop. He's played shortstop since being called up. Just your overall first impressions with Luisangel Acuna.
I think in the perfect world he wouldn't have the job he is obviously have now. I think the Mets saw him as a guy who they hope that they could give a start here and there maybe, but overall be a guy who is gonna probably gonna be the backup if Lindor is healthy because in the playoffs because Eddie Alvarez isn't eligible. Um, I I I I think it shows, although he had a very good at bat against Carlos Estevez in the ninth inning. Um, I think he does have a lot of still has his fair share of swing and miss in his game, and his inability to draw walks is something that I hope he can do better because he's not necessarily a power hitter like his brother is. Um, Maybe he grows into that, but I doubt that. So I see him as a guy who makes contact, who tries to use his speed and play very good defense at every position he plays. Um, I think his better ball skills could, could still improve. Like I said, little less swing and miss. And I think it did show, especially on that Sunday game. Um, so to me, he's not there yet. But obviously, we see the talent. And right now, he's going to have some starts to show himself. I think he did made a nice play on a pop up in the first game, the end of the of his debut. And he made a nice play yesterday up the middle where he showed a lot of range. Obviously, it's not necessarily Lindor, but I shouldn't expect anybody to be a Lindor. But what he did on the field was very good. So I don't think you lose that much. Obviously, you lose something there, but not that much. Um, but obviously, with the bat, he's a different type of hitter. He's a guy in a perfect lineup. When you build your core with the Mets, I think he's that ninth guy and that nine batter with good defense and some speed and hopefully a little bit better on base percentage and and not a lot of power. And so that would be for me the perfect spot for him and a perfect lineup for him. Right now, the Mets are not in a spot that it's a perfect lineup for Luis and Alan Cunha, I would say.
Talk about working on being more patient at the plate and trying to get a higher on base percentage and whatnot. And you say all that, and the first person that comes to mind from a Mets prospect standpoint with those qualifications is Ronnie Mauricio. That was his big kind of a flaw, if you will, was that he necessarily didn't draw a lot of walks and whatnot. Not saying Luis Angel Acuna and Ronnie Mauricio are the exact same player,
No.
but is there a little bit of are there some similarities between the two? Obviously, maybe they kind of are similar athletic skills, but maybe Acuna's just has the lesser power of the two.
Yeah, but I think that is a pretty important part because Ronnie Mauricio can add more value because he can hit 25 bombs per year. So for me, the on base percentage on Luis and El Acuna as a batter is more important than uh, for Ronnie Mauricio. But good point, Ronnie Mauricio. We should have him next year, which obviously it's a huge help to have that guy uh, on your 40 man on your active roster.